Lights, camera, boost.
Oh, I'm trying to fix my hair and she's taking selfies. No. Teamwork makes the dream work. Even when we're here, you still got to make sure you look the best. Oh, no. No, that's good. It looks really nice. Happy days. Welcome to The Archive. I'm Lana Wilkinson.
I'm Rozalia Russian.
And we're here to talk all things fashion because we have been listening to what you want. And I think, let's be honest, that's probably how we first met as well. You have heard about how we came together, but we kind of wanted to go through some of the things that perhaps you didn't know. We obviously weren't friends for a very long time. And I definitely wasn't one of those people that when we weren't following each other being like a super sleuth, because like all silly people, when they're in their own heads, they're like, I'm not going to show that I care. But there were often times you'd walk in and I'd be like, she looks really good.
Did you ever unfollow me?
No, you unfollowed me first. And I was like, you petty bitch, unfollowing me. Like, what? When we look back, I didn't explain myself very well, but I was like, does it deserve an unfollow? But I think we were still friends on Facebook and we still are, actually.
Well, I've learnt my lesson now. I just mute people. So
yeah,
that's my lesson. I will never give people the satisfaction of an unfollow.
No
I'll just mute you.
It's really probably important to note. That's probably why when we're talking about some of these looks, like I don't know the behind the scenes stories because we weren't friends.
Yeah.
And there'd be lots of things that you don't know about how some of my outfits came to be. And often in my case, it was because it was the last thing left on the rack. That's right, Rudy. Because I was always styling other people. I never really prioritized myself. But I think the other thing that I wanted to note was we just wanted to say to everyone who might be at home thinking, is this how we rock up to work every day?
Absolutely.
We said we weren't going to talk shit, and I feel like you had confessed that you're an athleisure wear, and we've already bumped her up by episode 4 where she's dressed like this every day. But I think because we don't go out as much anymore for events, do we, being like parents and stuff, that I know I'm taking this as like a mini runway. So
I mean, I have definitely, as much as I talk about how I'm in my gym clothes, I did the biggest wardrobe cull, and now I actually make sure that when I get dressed properly, because I've actually noticed I'm more productive. When I am in my gym clothes, I will do the washing, I will hang around, I will just, waste time. But if I am dressed, ready to work, I will work.
I'm very much that you dress for the job you want, not the one you have, or the armour. Like for me, that's why I struggled in COVID. I had such a crisis of identity because my clothing was like my way of speaking. It was such a part of who I was and am, and I just really struggled in that time. So if we can be here and all be glam, like, here for it.
Well, talk us through your outfit today.
Well, today I'm wearing one of my favourite designers, Tony Manicheski.
Love Tony.
I love Tony. And I've got my LW shoes on, of course, and some Anna Rossi jewellery. What about you? This skirt is epic.
Oh, thank you. My outfit is from Sportsmax. I love Sportsmax. I've got some Ferragamo shoes on. That's a lie. My outfit is
Rose
not
is
Sportsmax.
Stylist here, and she'll tell us what's going on.
It's actually Max Mara. And I love Max Mara as well. So, no, but they're under the same house. What people don't realise.
Top is Max Mara Runway Sport Max skirt.
Okay, guys, take 3. I should really look at the
she was
labels before I get dressed.
About me being late. Know your stuff.
Top is Max Mara and my skirt is Sports Max, but they're both under the same house. Some people don't realise that it's kind of like a mini version, like a Ralph Lauren and a Polo.
Yeah,
so
right.
It's same.
Same.
It's amazing.
Well, you look amazing. And so we just wanted to bring some of the amazing and maybe talk about the not so amazing. So I think it's time we open the fashion archive. What has been your most iconic look?
So I think last year for Derby Day, I wore this Stephen Khalil beaded suit and I just felt like an absolute star in it.
It was epic. I actually was like, if I had to pick a look for you, I probably have 2 and they're all when we're friends. Yeah. Because I didn't see the ones before. We'll talk about them.
Yeah.
But that was beautiful, like show-stopping.
It was so well made. Like Stephen's obviously an incredible, I'm not even going to say dressmaker. He's his craftsmanship is like
He's
next
a
level.
couture, like,
He's
it's
a
amazing.
absolutely. And so the way it was like cinched in the waist, the way that the collar and just the fabric with the pillbox hat, like because it's hard. Like we've been doing the races for so long and it's hard, especially on Derby Day when you can only wear black or white, to just try and stand out and do something different.
Oh, absolutely. And I think I noted that as a stylist because when you're dressing so many people, like my biggest thing becomes how do you have each person have their own identity and do something special and iconic when you can only use one or two colours. And I think the great thing about that look is it's just timeless. And I think they're the best ones, right? The ones that you look at and you go, that could be any year and it still looks great.
If I was getting married again, if I was getting married in a church or, like a courthouse kind of wedding, I just thought it was so Jackie O.
Well, that was what I was going to say. Was that the inspiration? Because I think people don't understand, like I obviously know this from like professionally speaking, but like what's the concept from when you go, I've got this idea and I want to make this happen? Like what's your process for doing that? Because I think there'd be so many people, and yes, there's stylists and all those sorts of things, but I have a real belief that anyone can put something on you, but it can wear you, whereas you wear it. So what's the process there?
So I worked with Marina Didovic on the racing looks.
We love Marina.
We love Marina. And she actually saw it from Emily in Paris.
Oh, how fun.
She saw there was this like amazing beaded kind of like suit.
Yeah.
And I was always going to wear Stephen Khalil on Derby Day. Yeah. And we cancelled the previous design as soon as we saw that. And we thought, do you know what? Let's recreate. This is the vibe that we're going for. And he obviously put his own twist on it and he made the jacket like, cropped and it like flared out a little bit. We decided to do a little mini skirt as well and the pillbox hat. So, you know me, I love the races and I
do too.
I treat the races like a character. I am like a different character every single day and that was kind of like the first lady of the races. That was the vibe for that races.
I would say you were that day. Like you were amazing. It looked beautiful.
Thank you.
That's all right. I think for me, it's an interesting thing. I'm the same. I love the races. I've got a few different looks I think that are my favourite. Probably one of the ones I love. I've done a lot of work with Capilazzo Couture and I love her because she understands how crazy and chaotic I can be. My process is a little bit different because sometimes I've had lots of ideas and then we've already talked about this, my inability to say no. People ask me, can I dress them? And then I end up giving away my idea and I go, oh, you take this. Yeah. So that's kind of been my process sometimes is I sort of go, well, what's the thing that I really want to do? And for me, there was Cup Day, I think 2 years ago, and it was like a blush pink, had like a little peplum thing before that started to come back.
I remember, yep.
And I had like a black bow made and I had my YSL clutch and I just felt beautiful. And I don't say that like I'm up myself or anything, but I actually felt good. And I think because I'd planned it out, like often, even when I was getting ready for today, so many of my looks, I realised, I was throwing them together because it was what was left or because I was so busy doing everybody else that I forgot about myself, which is probably something like a pressure that I felt often because people obviously expect, well, you're the stylist, you could be amazing. But I wasn't having a whole crew doing me. So that's something I think in the last couple of years tried to focus and go, well, no, you need to focus on yourself and learn to say no so that you're feeling your best on the day, right?
It's like a hairdresser with bad hair. Like,
100%.
I get that.
You've got to be your selling tool. And it's funny, even when I looked at racing outfits, there were so many where I was like, oh, I had that hat idea, but no, but that looks too similar to my client. And because I've always worked that way. When you're in that service role, like the client's number one. And so I wouldn't change any of that. But I also think you need to create space for yourself, which I think so many people would relate to when they're going to events. You feel pent up. Like, I don't know about you, but there's so many friends that would go, oh my God, I got invited to a black tie. What do I wear? It's like, just wear something long or wear something you feel comfortable in. Like I think social media has created a lot of pressure, I think, as well, where it doesn't need to be. It's like fashion should be fun. So, but that was definitely one of my favourite looks for sure.
You know what one of my favourite looks that you wore was? I went back. It was actually, I think, Derby Day last year where you wore this long white dress, and it had, was it like button detail, and you had a thick headband with big gold earrings, and I loved it because I had never ever seen you like that. I think you usually either have your hair out or like in a soft wave, and I loved that different side of you.
And I feel like that was a time where I could actually focus on it. So thank you. That was Cornelio. So he is amazing, and I hadn't worked with him. I'd worked with him on so many clients, but never for myself. And that dress was so perfectly made. I'm not going to lie. I couldn't breathe by the end of the day, but I was like, it's fine. Like, I thought it was all the calmer for every time a girl had said to me, my feet hurt, or this corset's too tight, or whatever. My karma came that day. But in every photo, I looked cinched. I felt good. And the brief for me was very much like a bit of a dynasty vibe from the 80s. Like, a lot of my references were like Joan Collins. I'd obviously never really got that much cleavage out before, but it just fit really well. I felt really good. And it was a really great day for the most part.
Could you use the bathroom in that dress?
No, But again, it was worth it. It looked great. I wouldn't subscribe to maybe rolling around like that all day, every day, but it was only a few hours. So, but no, it was good. I felt amazing in that dress.
Who needs to pee?
Who needs to pee? Hold it on. Don't break the seal. So from my favourite looks of yours, and I feel like I can say two, if I can, I'm going to split it into categories because red carpet's my journey, and that's like frothing. And then I'll use a race day look as well. My favourite red carpet look of yours was NGV Gala last year in Stephen Khalil again in that butter, I want to say butter yellow gown, just spectacular. And then my favourite race day look of yours, we've already mentioned how much I adored last year's, but was actually, and we weren't friends, and I had to own and go, she still looks freaking good, was the Louis Vuitton.
Oh, yes.
And you had the matching bag. And I think there was a picture of you. Okay, totally. Maybe I did creep 1 or 2 times, but there was, I think, a shot of you in maybe one of the marquees, and there was like an elevator or a lift, and you were standing in it, or maybe you were walking through the birdcage with Nick.
I know the photo because I was so hungover the next day.
I love that for you. I think that's carnival in general, right?
Yeah, I was so hungover the next day, and I hadn't posted a photo, and I was like, oh my God, I've got to post a photo. So I posted the photo and then passed out on the couch, and I woke up a few hours later, and it was like, bang, that photo blew up. And I think it was like a combination. It was the dress, but it was also the hair. I had my hair short and it kicked in under my chin. It was the makeup. It was just everything. It was like the little bag. And I think it was the way that it was captured as well. It was a time. It was a time.
And but again, I think it was timeless.
Yeah.
But you changed it up, you know, like at the previous sort of like, I think it was Derby, you'd had really long hair. So it was really good. Like, and I think your style's dream in that way. And that was why, even though we weren't friends, I couldn't knock you there. Like, you know, that's a stylist dream to work with someone who'll change it up.
Oh, I always have different hair, different makeup, depending on the outfit.
Yeah. So we've obviously covered off the things that we love, but I don't know about you, but when I was doing a little bit of research for this episode, I found down the gram hole, and there is some trauma outfits in there, especially for me. I mean, I'm happy to own. I went through a neon stage.
I remember.
Like, neon shoes.
I wasn't following you, but here now and again, I would click on your
So were you just going, look at this bitch and what she's wearing, and sending it around and just being like, oh. No. And like there was literally like, I noticed there was prints and like peplums and like I went through a stage I was wearing like booties, like just horrific, but like maybe it was on trend. I don't know. Like,
I think we weren't dressing for, or I can speak for myself. I look back and I wasn't dressing for my body shape. I was, you know, dressing in like skinny leather pants, like with these calves. Like that's never a good idea. And then like peplum tops and like the booties. Like, who?
Do you remember we were talking about this, I think your stylist and I were upstairs when we were laughing about it, the Sassenbide black rats. Do you remember those?
Yes.
Did you ever have those?
Yes.
Or am I too old? Do you remember those?
No, I do remember.
I'm
I'm trying.
You were trying to agree.
Yeah,
you don't remember
I don't
them.
agree. No.
Okay, well, so for everybody else, the black
I'm
rats.
trying to be polite.
No, don't be polite. Had this like coating, and they were like bestsellers. It was like when Sassenbide were in their prime. And in fact, I even found a photo of my team were like literally ripping shreds off me yesterday, where I was in head to toe Sassenbide with like a peep toe chain gold necklace. I've got a photo, I'll share it. A yellow long like kind of coat kind of thing, little blue
Gorgeous.
shorts. Oh, it's just beautiful, just amazing. And then going up to Sarah Jane Clark, who was Sass and Bide, like this icon at the time, at a Maya event, being like, can we have a photo? Like, just cringe, terrible. But I was loving myself. But again, social media was still in its Valencia phase on
Yes.
Instagram. I didn't know any better. Like,
And I don't think there was any hate comments then.
no trolling.
The trolls hadn't
No,
risen.
the trolls hadn't risen. And have you had a lot of trolling with like outfits and things?
Probably. I don't know.
Do you read them or do you block them?
I mean, all my outfits are pretty good. What are you
Don't
trolling?
love that? Right. Love that for you.
No, no. But in terms of like, there was a moment actually. It was a race day a couple of years ago. It was just an absolute disaster. And I remember working with this designer for the very first time, and we gave the vision. She's like, yep, I can do it. And from the very get-go, just the sample, the measurements, everything was just off.
Oh, then you got to get out there. That's when you got to get out.
I didn't get out.
You can't polish a turd.
Well, we were polishing this turd
no.
and rolling it with glitter and just like putting sparkles and everything on it.
No,
and so
but then it's like showgirl, but not.
no, so it came to the stage where I was 2 days out from the races. The dress arrived. It wasn't finished. It just did not look like the vision. I spent the whole day we paid for this seamstress, this tailor, to come with her sewing machine because apparently she was the best.
Yeah.
And try and restitch and redesign this entire dress.
Oh, God.
Anyway, got to the stage where I think it was like 11 o'clock at night and it was finally like, I think this is as good as it's going to get. I need to go to bed. The next day I put the dress on. I didn't feel good. It just wasn't it.
From a styling perspective, like that is my worst nightmare.
Yes.
Like I've had things happen the morning of events. So there was one year where I was dressing a heap of talent, and I think what people don't realise is all those outfits are banked and commitments have been made. So your job as the talent is to share it, post it, do all those things. And I remember getting a call from someone's agent where a talent had some things change within her body shape, etc., and there'd been a bit of a time in between fittings because it was so busy and locked in. Yep, that's what I'm going to wear. And like full meltdown. And I'm also attending and going. And then the next thing you know, I'm on the phone to assistants. We need to go here. We need to go buy this. We need to it was absolute like mayhem. And also it's the stuff that people don't see. And then I remember having a conversation with the talent afterwards, because when you do what I do or what your stylists do, it's so personal that they take it personal, you know? And it's like, I couldn't change the way you feel about yourself. But the trouble that it causes on the actual day and trying to make people happy, in the end, I've been known to put my hand in my pocket to make the problem go away. And that's not the way to do good business.
Yeah.
But I'm also like, somebody's feelings, like somebody's got to walk out in front of people, like if that's the price to be paid. But I think
my dress was safety pinned together at that stage. I was just there.
Oh, we have a saying at our office where it's like half the things that you see are put together with a knife and fork. Like,
I've got a bulldog clip at the moment.
We've been on. You have it. She looks great.
So being a stylist, you have so many little tips and tricks. So guys, get your pen and paper out. What is something that you have learnt over the years that has helped you?
So often whether I've been styling shows or working with a designer where perhaps we've cut the time really tight to achieve a look, I'll get something made quite quickly, maybe overcommitted, known for that. You know, some of the things that I found have worked and when we're trying to make things happen, and maybe something we can share with people at home, is things like, you know, if you're wearing white and you're known for your tans, which I am, like spray hairspray all around the outer bits that can be seen.
You taught me this a few months ago. It's been life-changing.
Oh, how good is it?
I had no idea. So when I'm wearing a white shirt now, I will spray my collar and no makeup will rub off on it.
It is so good. The other thing is using hairspray as like a static. So if you're wearing like, you know, at the moment there's a lot of that viscose and silks and things and like sheerness, it's like spray your body with hairspray to avoid the static.
Yeah, okay.
I think the other things that we do, like if you're doing things like today, or when you want, like for me, this is quite a big oversized jacket and we love it. But if I don't style it correctly, it can be quite overwhelming. So like putting elastic bands or hair ties to lift the sleeves up. Also softening for shoes, not if you're wearing RW shoes because they'll be super comfortable, but you can put hairspray in them as well, and it just softens it so your feet don't hurt. And then a toe gel. Everyone knows a toe gel. Love those.
My God. I again only discovered this a few years ago when this is a reoccurring thing, when I was drunk at the races. I was there with our mutual friend, Michelle Green, and we're there in the bathroom.
I love Michelle.
I love Michelle. And we had this whole business plan.
Yeah.
Brought to life because we saw some girls spraying their feet with like a freezing, to numb your feet.
Yeah.
Michelle and I thought this was a genius idea. We had a name, we had a whole business plan, all in the space of 10 minutes and like 10 margaritas. Yeah. I mean, we're yet to actually develop it because we see it on the shelf everywhere. Little did we know it's available everywhere.
She's literally one of the people that I go to for business. She's so smart. But it's true. Like I feel like it's just those little life hacks. They're the things that I know we don't take for granted, in the sense that being in a birdcage and being in a marquee to see those kind of things. Like, you know, if you're out in the public, you might not necessarily have all those beautiful toiletries and little hacks that are sitting there. But I think that's the great exciting thing about getting to do what we do, is experience those things and have those moments for sure. Okay, so before we keep going, Roz, give it up. Tell us about the good hair.
Thanks, babe. I'm not going to gatekeep anymore. It is my tried and tested favourite from Bondi Boost. It is their Bounce Thermal Brush.
But what about the mornings where I've got like 5 minutes, which is almost every morning, to get kids off to school, get to a meeting? What do I need to be doing?
Oh, that's me every morning. So that's why I'm obsessed with the Bondi Boost Infrared Bounce Brush. It is a cheat code for salon-looking hair without the salon.
It's so smart. The infrared technology styles your hair faster, but it's also gentler, so you're not frying it every time you use it.
Honestly, the bounce it gives you, it's like you've had a blow dry from a professional.
For me, it's about finding those little shortcuts, because we all need them, to make life easier without sacrificing self-care, because we all need to do that. And the brush is exactly that.
So if you want smooth, bouncy hair in minutes, try the Bondi Boost Infrared Bounce Brush and use our code ARCHIVE for free shipping.
It's heat without the damage. Thank you to Bondi Boost for sponsoring this episode of The Archive.
I'm going to be a little bit controversial and naughty and ask you this question.
Yeah.
Just going back to styling clients, do you ever have moments where your clients are comparing themselves to your other clients?
Yes.
And like, why is she wearing this? I want that designer. Why can't I get that? Yeah. Okay. Yes. So what people may not know as well is that sometimes a designer will say yes or no to the person, not to you.
That's
it's
exactly
the individual person.
And that it's not a controversial question. I'm actually glad you've asked it, because often it's like, and again, it goes back to that whole saying no. It's not. It's just that the brand might not see the value in giving an outfit to somebody that perhaps won't have the following that they require or that they want.
Or it's not their aesthetic, it's not their look.
And it's not personal, but again, people take it personally. So it's my job. I never say that designer said they won't work with you. I always say, so I feel like we've got to bridge a gap. Maybe we need to do some looks and work towards this and have these highlights, or also purchase the brands that you want to work with and bring that to the table. Like maybe we can do something. Often in terms of the comparison thing, I think, again, social media has done that. It wasn't like that before. I think what happens is people get nervous about like somebody wearing a similar brand or a similar colour. Like that's why often when I'm doing a red carpet, if I'm styling somebody, I'll be like, don't show anybody these photos. Like if you want feedback, don't work with me.
Yeah.
Like if you're going to show 20 people and then come back to me, like go off and buy it. Like
yes.
I think that comes back to like time is money, and I think you've got to collaborate with people and own the look together, and then when you feel good, you'll own that. But the second you start looking around, it's the same in business, same in life. If you take the focus off yourself, you're losing sight of why you're doing it in the first place. And these events, they're not, you know, even though we're talking about things that have happened, like they're not life-threatening things, you know. Fashion should be fun.
Yeah.
And I think the second that it's not, it's like you got to sort of take a look at yourself. And I say that as someone who has stress because a DHL didn't arrive, and so we had to pivot. But it should be fun. And so I think that's maybe one of the ways I always try and approach it is like, you know, okay, well, that didn't work out. Let's work on to the next thing, because it's not life or death stuff.
And I know I always get asked, what do you actually do with the clothes? For me, I give everything back.
Yeah.
I am so grateful that the designer has, made it for me. But at the end of the day, I haven't paid for it. It belongs to the designer. I do always purchase all my own shoes, my headpieces, my bags. That is all my own, and I will spend money on those items.
Yep.
However, every single item that I have worn, I have given back.
Yeah, and I think that's the thing people don't understand. Like I often get DMs going, can I buy that dress off you? I was like, oh no, I loaned that.
Yeah.
And that's such a privilege and not anything I take for granted at all. And I think sometimes, I look at where I was 5-10 years ago and it's like I would have been creaming to be friends with that person or for them to loan something to me, like so excited. And it's like they're actually now my friend as well.
Yeah.
Like that happens when you build relationships and rapport. But I also think in the case of you as a talent, those brands come back because you do your job. Like, it's not free clothing. And I think you don't take advantage of that. It's like your job is to be a conduit between the brand and the customer. Show somebody how to do something. Show something to inspire somebody to purchase or engage with that brand,
Yeah, well, most of the time, once I've worn the outfit, it goes into a PR sample and then it will be, shown across different retailers or people if they want to buy it and try it on. So, and then it will get put into production. So it's almost like I'm wearing a sample before it's a sample. And then.
Well, it's a great way for people to test run. We do it with the shoe brand as well. Like sometimes like Hugh, Hayley and I and Matthew will sit around and be like, we want to produce this, or wholesale hasn't bought it, and Gab, who works for us, goes, it needs to be lower, like all of this fun stuff. But it's like, all right, well, let's maybe one of us wear it. I'll wear it out and see what people say.
Yeah. Now, speaking of archives, let's dig deep. Now, the difference between you and I is you're a hoarder and I'm Marie Kondo.
I am you absolutely. When I went up to your room up there, I'm like, and you're like, this is it. I'm like, really? Yeah. I have like a storage unit, a space in my office, and 3 bedrooms that are full of clothes. But I think in my defense, a lot of it is because over the years I've purchased clothing for other people, or I've had to hold on to things because I'm like, oh, that could be useful in a shoot. But it is getting a little bit ridiculous. And actually I did feel a little bit fashion shamed when I went upstairs. I'm like, oh my God, this looks very concise and very ordered. To a point where Hugh would say to me at times like, we need to like sort out your wardrobe. It's like you're on repeat, but you have all these clothes.
Well, that's the biggest reason why I did a massive wardrobe cull, because I went in and I just felt so overwhelmed by all these choices that I would just wear the same thing over and over again and I just wouldn't feel great. Yeah. So I did a massive cull, and I don't need 5 pairs of white pants. I just have 1 pair. I don't need, 3 different black jumpers. I just have 1 black jumper.
See, I have like 8 different black jumpers. But then I go and do random stuff. Like I've got this black, I think you've got it as well, Scanlon and Theodore's shoulder padded T-shirt.
Yes.
And I have 4 of them.
Why?
Well, because I just like them. And then when one's getting washed, I can wear the other one the next day.
No, so you need to do a massive cull, and I promise you will then go in there and see clearly, and it will be so much easier for you to get dressed every day.
I think for me, it's like I've wanted to sell stuff, and this is full transparency. Like I've done that. And then sometimes I'm like, oh, for that, I might as well have just kept it. But then it's sort of just,
turned into 3 storage units, 3 bath, 3 bedrooms.
It's not great. It's not great. It's not great.
Well, speaking of selling, we had homework.
We did.
We both brought a few things with us that I wouldn't say regret purchasing, but
I would.
You would.
Some of it.
No, but do you know what? We regret purchasing. So shall we get started?
Absolutely. Do you want to go first?
Okay. So first of all,
is this a regret?
This is a regret.
I think it's a regret.
So for those, oh wow, okay.
Sorry.
So no, they are.
Yeah, sorry, you should speak.
They are the most beautiful suede Chanel ballet flats. They're this like brown tan color with a black tip, and again, I bought them drunk in Italy. And the reason why I regret them, because like they're so beautiful, but they're just not me. Like, do I look like a Chanel ballet flat kind of gal?
That is so you going, I'm in Italy, I'm going to go buy Chanel. Like,
absolutely.
And also like when it's suede, like where are you wearing that? If you walk in one puddle, they're die.
I know, because they're not a summer shoe, because being
No.
suede, and
I
in
don't
winter,
know that they're in any shoe. Like if it was all black, maybe.
I know. Look,
It's just not you, babe.
And they're also so slippery. Look how I've like tried to like indent them so I'd like don't
no,
slide
but that's
everywhere.
when you have leather soles, which are great. It's amazing and luxurious, but you slip and slide and they scuff easy.
I think I've worn them once, so I do regret buying these.
Do you think we can resell them now you've canned them? Maybe not.
No, absolutely. I reckon we could definitely resell
I think
them.
there's somebody that, I mean, I don't know anyone, but I'm sure there's somebody that would wear that.
I mean, Chanel is a huge brand, so I think there are people out there buying Chanel.
I think they are, but just because it's that doesn't make it good, babe. You know?
Okay.
Do you remember that era of like blogs or start like very much Instagram where everyone was wearing this belt?
It is the Gucci that I haven't even seen a buckle that big.
G's. And in case you don't know, it says it's Gucci. Like, can you see it? I don't know if you can see it.
Did you wear it around your waist or your hips?
Oh, well, look, I think with what I spent, I should have worn it around my face. But and do you know what? I never wore it. I don't think I ever wore it.
Really?
No, I don't know. And if I did, I'll never show you any pictures. But I literally, this was one of those times where I was literally like influenced and maybe not by the right people. But I don't know, there's something making me hold on to it. Like, do I archive it? Do I delete it?
I wore it with the matching fluffy Gucci mules. Do you
See,
remember
I love
we were
how you
all
were matching.
walking
I was
around?
probably wearing it with God knows what, like a sneaker, but you wore it with like the fluffy Gucci, what?
Those
mules?
disgusting mules. Do you remember?
Oh, the ones that look like little animals on your feet.
Yes.
Oh, I remember those at the back. Yes, the slides. I had
Yes,
those.
yes.
I wore them until they like rotted off my feet.
Yes,
Like,
with ripped jeans.
yeah, terrible.
It was awful.
Yeah, no, not good. But so do we keep this?
I reckon we sell.
I reckon we sell that too. Will anyone buy it?
Probably at the Camberwell Market.
Wow. Okay, good. Oh, I do love those.
I know, they're so pretty and beautiful. These are the Saint Laurent pumps. Hailey Bieber wore them, and of course I had to copy her. They are amazing. They are the most uncomfortable shoe I have ever worn.
I've heard a few people say that.
Yes, they are so narrow at the front
Yep.
here where they pinch your toes to the point where it's, like a geisha where you have like your feet wrapped
Yep.
up. They are just that uncomfortable, even sitting in them.
Say
hurts.
it louder for the people in the back, because there'll be people going, why can't it be like this? It's like, because you won't be able to walk in them.
No.
But they look amazing. But it's just not functional for every day,
No, and I wore them to a YSL beauty store opening with the matching,
I
she
remember
wore
that.
the big
I was
blazer,
there with
the
you.
suit, spent an absolute fortune on that outfit and have not worn it since.
Have you not even got the jacket?
No, I've kept that, but I just haven't worn it again.
It was a hot outfit though.
It was a hot outfit.
Just different
but
shoes.
maybe
I can
different
sort out.
shoes.
I know a person that might be able to help you with that. But yeah, that was
Put in a good word for me.
yeah. So you've dropped Hailey Bieber a couple of times, and whilst we weren't a fan of one beauty product back in one of our other episodes, would she be your style muse? Is that
I think she used to be,
Yeah.
but I've actually since realised that I'm a lot older than her.
Really? Just now you realise that?
And that I can't pull off a lot of things that she does.
Yeah, yeah.
So I've given up trying.
I think it's okay, babe. We know this from doing what we do for a living. Like, it's not real. Like, when those shots are coming through, like, you're being papped, it's all very orchestrated and sometimes uncomfortable. Like, most of the time, they don't want to get photographed at that point in time.
Yeah.
So, but I think you just do you.
Yeah, no, she definitely used to be.
You're just in a different stage of your life.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's like, there's lots of people that I've looked at and I go, I love that. But I probably do love somebody like Victoria Beckham, who like, is just like a fine wine, and just keeps killing it in business and killing it in life and looks amazing and still like owns who she is and doesn't apologize for it, which I love. But it is probably somebody more like that, that I
Close
look
to
at.
our age. Is that what you're trying to
Maybe.
say?
Well, I'm older than you, so like, yeah. But we can move on from here. I reckon we talk about some other things then.
Absolutely. What else do you have for me?
What else do I have?
I can see it. I mean, the orange. And I stalked your page, and you not only wore this outfit once, you wore this a couple of times. And
Do you know what? And I'm going to defend this outfit. You can fault
guys,
me.
be warned. We should actually put a warning. Please put on your soda shades before
this
viewing
was
this.
an exclusive, and it's by Alex Perry, who I love, and it was a different time.
So who only made that? Only one of those?
No, it was an exclusive at Resort.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm going to say, you might knock this, but it has all of the elements of Lana.
Mm-hmm.
It's bright and shiny and rainbows and like all full of sunshine, and it's got like
fake tan still on it.
Yeah, and it's got the shoulder pads.
Yep.
I mean, look, the ties were a bit intense, but you know what? Do you know how many people asked to borrow this? There was a lot, but it cost too much money. But now the laces have faded, and I think Willow, when she saw it upstairs, said she goes, "Oh, it looks like my Converse runners." But
don't you love kids' honesty?
Yeah, but it was brutal, but it was good. But yeah, I actually spent quite a bit on this. I realise there's a mark on it still.
And where did you wear this?
I wore this on a boat.
With a sailor's hat?
With a I would say I looked like one of those, what do you call it? You know, like when you stop traffic, like the safety, just to give context to everyone, it's literally fluoro orange. And
it can't be missed.
But look, I don't know. I feel like it's probably an archive or delete, right? Like, or delete.
Do you know what? Did you feel good in it?
At the time, I felt amazing.
That's all that matters.
It is all that matters, but I feel like when it's been compared to a Converse runner, maybe not.
I would keep that as an archive piece.
I actually think it's kind of cool, and I think anything Alex Perry ends up sort of coming back.
But imagine that like in white or black. That'll be timeless.
Well, see, I think that was the thing. It came in the timeless colours, but I chose this one. So yeah, but it was a winner at the time, and you know what? The fit of any Alex Perry is epic.
Oh, so he's incredible.
He's amazing. So I'm gonna take your advice. I'm gonna archive this and keep it. It's a goodie.
So I think my kids had a heart attack when I actually brought something home that was colourful, because you may not have noticed that I will pretty much only wear black or white or like some
beige,
sort of a dark shade, beige,
There's
grey.
khaki today.
Khaki,
we've really stepped it up.
Absolutely. So this little beauty, this is the Fendi Baguette
from Sex and
the City. It is the purple sequined Kerry Bradshaw Fendi Baguette. My Fendi sales associate called me one day. Is like, I've got the baguette. He really sold me the dream. I mean, I'm one of those type of people. I'd buy like an ab spin or like a ninja thing from, you know.
It's so iconic though.
I know, but I'm like, I have worn it once, and when am I ever going to wear it or use it again?
To me. I actually feel like it's, I mean, for me, I feel like it just represents like a time history, like fashion history. Like I get it. Like I don't look at it and go, Rozalia. I think I go Lana maybe, but I don't go Rozalia. So if you're wanting to offload it, no, I think it's one of those things that's a moment in time.
No, I know.
I don't look at you and see sequins doll.
No, I think I wore it once with an all black outfit, but I think I'm keeping it just for Willow as an archive. I think you should.
I would not get rid of that. I would not sell it. Like I think there are other things that come into life, but that's really like, that's like iconic.
I know.
You know, like even when I know we've just finished and just like that, like that was in so many like clips, and I don't know, definitely for Willow, that's a keeper for sure.
Okay. Again, I can see this. This is giving nautical octopus.
Yeah. This was giving every major celebrity wore this dress, just so you know, before you have a go at me.
Would you like to describe it for those listening along?
For those that are listening, it is from Sass and Bide, one of their original pieces. It's literally like it's being held together by its threads. And
by its tentacles.
Like, with its tentacles, and it's like bright pink, like an orange at the top, like orange red, with like literal tentacles. And for some reason, I just can't bear to part with it. I don't know why. I think it was like one of those pieces that like Paris Hilton wore or Kim Kardashian wore, and this is early in their careers, right? Because I'm old. But I was like, I have to hold on to it. I have to keep it. And I think because it still fits, I get excited that it still fits. But I don't know. I probably need to delete this one, don't I? It needs to go.
It's not even tentacles. I think it's like frankfurts. Yeah. You know, like those sausages, and like the skin's coming apart. Like the actual sausage is moving down from the fabric.
It's literally falling apart. It literally is falling apart. But I don't know. I feel like it's a little bit of fashion history, but maybe not. It's definitely not age appropriate now. Like I don't think you're looking at what I'm wearing now and then see me in this, do you?
Well, maybe Ava might want it for like a dress up day.
Like a dress, and then we could do the Fendi bag with it.
Absolutely.
That works. That's a vibe.
There we go.
This is literally Lana at the start of her fashion journey.
Canberra Market, not going to know what's going to hit them.
Yeah, it's a vibe.
Okay, so once we make room for some new items,
and I'm Maria Kondo like Rozalia and not be a hoarder. Feedback noted.
What is something on your wish list?
I actually want to buy a bag, and I've seen a couple, like Attico's got one, YSL's got one. that's big enough that I can zip up. So I had purchased a really beautiful tote bag for when I was in New York, but it doesn't have a zip on it. And I think you've already seen, and if not, I'll share my what's in my bag. I really pile everything in. And I was a little bit like Cinderella, like there were shoes that were left in different places in New York because they were falling out of my bag and I didn't notice.
Why are you carrying shoes in your handbag?
Well, because in New York, you hit the pavement. You'll see when you go in December, like you walk everywhere. But I'm like not going to be in appointments in like a flat. Like that's not happening. So I'd bring a change of shoes. So my problem is the first round I was in a Uber and my bag must have fallen and then one of my loafers fell out. And then I'm like, you know, what's going on? I'm Cinderella. I've only got one shoe. And then I wasn't going to wear another shoe and I wasn't going to buy another pair of shoes. And then the other time I went to a restaurant and I'd swapped my heel over and then my heel got left in the restaurant cloakroom. So I need a bag, a big tote. And like, this is my life.
So
like,
you're not losing one shoe?
Yeah,
just
literally.
one. What did you do with the other shoe?
Oh, but my brain is totally like not that like the other shoe. Oh no, well the good thing is because it's my brand, I just like get another one. Yeah. But like I'm glad I didn't pay for those. I mean, I did pay, but not in the way that you pay. You know, like it's all under thing. It's a tax write-off anyway. So yeah, so I literally.
I've actually got a story for you. You would love my mother-in-law Phyllis.
Yeah.
So she loves to go to Camberwell Market and sell old things.
Is this where you sell all your clothes? You've brought up Camberwell Market a bit. Are you telling me I need to sell all my shit at Camberwell Market?
No, but so she once, I'm like, what is that? She's like, oh, it's just one shoe. I'm like, who's going to buy one shoe? She's like, in case someone's lost the other shoe, here's the one shoe.
Do you know
what? So you would be like her perfect customer.
There was a stage where I think we did hold on to if I did, because this isn't the first time I've lost shoes and I lose lots of things. We've noticed when we've been here for the podcast, like, let's be honest with people, I need bright things. I literally it's like, where's my phone? Like I reckon I've asked that about 5 times and my team's like, it just needs to be like a neon colour so you know where it is. And my shoes are a bit the same. And it's not me being careless. Like my brain is just chaos. Like I'm just running from go to woe and I'm not really thinking. And so that's why, to bring it back, I need the bag with the zip. See how we went to like all the countries and we came back?
Yes.
That's me. And that's why I need the bag. So it's all shut up and works. Otherwise, it's just trauma for everybody, you know?
Got it.
So what is on your list of must-haves? Like what do you need? What's your thing that you have to have this season?
Look, if you ask my husband, I don't need anything, but I personally do need this. I love the Alaya Latackle bag. I have the black one. Good. I don't have a white bag and I need a white bag.
Yep.
So I would love that bag in white.
That's a good purchase to have.
That is a good purchase.
Like you want to get your cost per wear up, right? Like something that you wear all the time that you can use. And you know, because I know I've seen that bag on, you wear that all the time.
I wear it all the time. So that's definitely next on my list.
So we can say to Nick, she can buy the Alaya bag.
Well, hopefully he doesn't watch this. Anything sort of Alaya gifts.
As much as we want to keep talking about our amazing fashion highs and lows, we want to give you some takeaways or some learnings of some of our sort of years of styling looks and some of our tips for what you need to have in your wardrobe. For me, accessories really do make it the outfit. So a good shoe, obviously, whether it be choose your poison, if it's a flat, a pump, a heel, whatever it might be, a boot, have something statement that can be styled back with anything. I think a really well-tailored blazer, something you can dress up, dress down, you can style it with a belt, you can put it over things. And I would say a well-fitting pair of jeans, because I feel like often that for me sometimes is that thing that I don't enjoy buying, but I think when you get a well-fitted pair of jeans or a brand that you like, run with it and you can always have it in the styling cupboard.
Controversially, I think I hate denim.
Since when?
I think since this week. I think jeans are out. I don't know. I feel better in pants.
Don't call her for collabs for denim. Yeah,
I know. Oh my
Your
God.
agent is not happy right now.
No. I don't know. I think I feel better in pants. So for me, I would say a really good fitting black pant or a grey pant. Like I love pants. I just feel a lot more dressed up than in denim.
They're a lot more comfortable, I think. And I truthfully have only just recently liked wearing denim again because I think in between having kids and working and stuff, I just didn't always have the body that I felt I needed to wear denim. But I wear it every day, but I can totally see that.
Yeah, no, I just feel a lot more elevated and chicer in pants. So I would say a good pair of pants, a great blazer. My blazer of choice is Jacquemus. The way that
the new one you've got. I like the Wardrobe NYC one.
Yes,
but the Jacquemus is good.
Yeah, I do have Wardrobe NYC as well. They're just like a classic, but if you want something a bit more like fashion, a bit more like wow, I would say a Jacquemus blazer is incredible. And then a good coat. That's where Wardrobe NYC do incredible coats.
They do a good coat.
I've had my coat for years and years. It's 100% wool. It keeps me so warm as well. And I will never buy another coat.
No, that's good purchases. Spending your money, driving your dollar further. Hopefully Nick and Liam heard that part.
And Wardrobe NYC gifted that to me too.
Oh,
in case they're listening.
Yeah, they gifted mine as well.
But thank you guys so much for listening to another episode. As always, make sure that you send us a DM if there's anything that you want us to touch on.
We want you to tell us what you want to hear from us, and we're just excited to keep opening up the archive.
We'll see you next time.
Look forward to it.